What I've got today is a little pepper mill. Since I've been in the club, I've done 3 different surveys. What would you like to see turned at the club meetings? 3 different times I wrote down pepper mill. I never did get it, so I decided to do it myself. I've still got a few kinks. I've made 5 so far. So it's still new to me. The reason I got this smock on is for the pockets. There's about 43 different changes in this that I've got to make today. And besides that, it keeps the sawdust out of my pockets and keeps it from coming in my shirt. I've got this piece of wood. It's supposed to be 3 by 3 by 4 inches long. And I just happen to have some bat blanks there that came up almost that size. And so I'm going to get started here. I'm going to get it down to round, cut me a tenon on each end, and because I'll have to got to switch both ends around.
Some of the people that are new, Carlos, may not know what tool you're using or why you're using it.
I sure appreciate that.
This just roughing gouge, just get it down to round. And I'm not quite there yet, but it.
Did you say what you're using?
Well, I thought at first it was a piece of maple for the bat blank, but I think this is poplar. I'm not real sure. You can look at that other one and tell you're doing it better than I am. I'm going to use me a parting tool, cut me a tenon on each end here.
What's that piece you was holding up there a while ago, Sam?
The what?
What's that gauge you got right there?
This high-tech instrument.
Oh yeah. That's what will fit on my chuck. Get down to that, I'm in good shape. All right, high-tech stuff. Okay, now then we start changing everything. We got to have 3 different holes in this. 3 different size holes. And at this time you want to figure out which side or which end you want for the top and which one for the bottom. Now then. He asked me a while ago if I'd ever been on TV before. Now he's got me nervous.
Shouldn't be nervous. I edit all the bad stuff out. I'll make you look like a true professional.
Okay. First off, we do 1.5 inches, and it only goes in 3/8 of an inch. I'm getting the horse ahead of, the cart ahead of the horse here. Start off with 1.5 inches bit.
Sam, is that decided by the guts of the pepper mill as to what size hole you're gonna
Yes.
use?
Yes. And I sometimes think this 1.5 inches is just a tad big. Of course, I'm not the designer, and like I say, I've only turned 5 of these.
You think it might be metric instead?
Huh?
Do you think it might be a metric number rather than the?
How much, well, no, the instructions tell you what size.
Okay.
It's 1.5 inches, what it calls for, portion or bit, and, let's see. Yeah, she turned on me. I've got a mark on here. Well, I don't have, Dennis did. He put a mark on there for me so I could see how far in to go. Well, what I had turned at home, I had used a drill press, and being we don't have a drill press down here, well, we got to go another way. This only goes in 3/8 of an inch. And it gets fun from here on. The next one goes into your 3.5 inches, which is the main body of your pepper mill.
What's the diameter of the cutter?
Well, just a minute. I think it's 1 1/16. I'm not sure. 1 1/16. We go up to 3.5 inches. And the extension that came from Penn State, the little screws were lost out of it. So I ended up buying some screws at a hardware store that are too long. But the grinder made them just right. On one of the pepper mills I built, which I did not finish, on this one here I had 2 different size holes. The first one went in about so far, and the next one was down to the right side. I had no idea what happened on it. That's as far as I can go.
Can you tell me what speed you're running that at? You can get that going too fast with the.
Well, I've slowed it down. It's down on the lowest speed of the belt here, and what? From 220 to 360, so it's run about 220.
But if you look at your readout there, Carlos, it'll tell you once you get going.
Well, you don't want to make it that easy. About 900, just a little over 900.
Thank you.
That should be it, if my calculations are right. Then the third hole is a 21/32.
Yeah. So all your kit and your tools and everything comes from Penn State, wasn't it? They provide the drill bits that size if you need them, you know?
Yeah, you can buy the kit. It's got the 3 bits, your expandable drive, and pretty well set you up.
Is that all from Penn State?
Yes. This is the one I don't like because you're going through and I hope I don't get into my chuck. There it is. It'll moan and groan. Okay, now there's the 3 holes. Now just change everything from one end to the other.
Is that a standard?
Huh?
Is that a standard?
No, it's an expandable drive. As I tighten this nut, it'll swell up. inside this second hole. And believe it or not, it does work. I had my doubts as to whether it would or not, but it does work. Now then, all we've got to do is to make our shape, design it any way we want to. The reason I did those was kind of twofold. It showed it in the magazine that way, or in the catalog that way. And secondly, my daughter tried it, and she said, that fat part down there makes a good handhold to hold on to it. Of course, I imagine I'll be changing the design on it as I go. But I'm going to try to go like that on this one. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and get this down a little bit first. Beginner turner. Alrighty, I'm going to use a bowl gouge and start shaping this thing. I hope. Before I do that, I want to mark it. I have been marking this on the other between about an inch and a half, an inch and 3/4, somewhere in that area. So I'll know where to make my round over. Doesn't have to be just exact, but that's the way I've been doing it. Getting it close to where I want it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. All I'm gonna do now is basically start sanding on it. I've got enough breathing problems without adding to it. Okay. Now basically all I have used to finish these with so far is I put a coat of Hut friction polish on, and then I put a carnauba wax on them. And seems to be doing a pretty fair job.
So Carlos, did you say that it takes different size bits for the different lengths of the kits?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, 6 inch, now you're gonna have to either have a longer extension or longer bit or something. Now, I don't know about the size of the bits.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. the
I
size.
don't really know.
Okay.
They're gonna stay about the same, I think. They're the same size as these guys.
Because I know you can get kits a foot long.
Yeah, yeah.
And one thing, if you start drilling holes that long, and something, get you an air compressor and blow air in there while you're
Yeah.
drilling the hole.
Yeah.
And that'll cool that bit off. And also get rid of your stainless, and cool that bit off. And that's a big deal. You can burn that bit up.
You know, I saw on YouTube the other day where a guy, when he backs it out, he'll put a little, take a candle, put a little wax on it. So when he puts it back in there, it won't squeal.
I forgot to bring my paper towel with me. You'll hold on just a second, I'll get some paper towel. And yeah, it gets hot. Fingers will get warm. Well, being as I am old and forgetful, that's the end of the demo. I forgot to bring the kit to put it together with.
That's some mechanics.